Hi guys, it's Monday, June 29th or 30th. I'm not sure, but all I know is June is over and what the fuck. Okay, July's here already. What is happening? Let's talk about astrology, and I think one of the biggest things to note is the planet of Jupiter, the planet of luck, growth, expansion, has moved into the sign of Leo, and that is going to be there for about a year, I believe. It's a pretty significant, big planetary shift with the planet of expansion, luck, growth, all that stuff moving into Leo. It's really going to expand on our creativities. It's definitely going to expand on just overall our self-expression and how we carry ourselves, how we, funnel, or tap into our inner voice in a way that is out front and center. And that could be through art, through writing, through song, through any of those kind of creative outlets. It's a very supportive position for that planet for artists, for creative, I'm so formal, for creative outlets, things like that. So I really love that. My creativity has definitely been unlocked. So that's going to support things like that for people. And overall, it's just a really good sign and position for Jupiter to be in. In Cancer, it definitely expanded on our emotional side of things, which can be a little trying at times, especially when, emotions can carry really a heavy weight to them. And, so it's kind of refreshing. It's now finally come out of that really watery area and is now in a very vibrant, like, woo, go get them, that kind of energy. So that's pretty cool. I think I mentioned at our last read that Mercury was going to be stationing retrograde. It currently is. It's still in the sign of Cancer. So essentially, there could be miscommunications, yada yada. The same retrograde theme every time Mercury goes into retrograde. Technological issues, communication issues, blah, blah, blah. I don't hone in on that very hard because I kind of feel like those issues can happen despite a retrograde or not. I think people get a little too hung up on it. Oh, retrograde, crazy shit, things bad are gonna happen. Like, no, I don't get hung up on that very much. It's a Capricorn full moon right now, so that's going to be really, what's the word? I'm really struggling with words here. I think it will kind of hone in on domestic responsibilities, financial responsibilities. Like, the moon is emotions, so Cap moons are very reserved. So when when the moon is in Capricorn and it's full, it's really going to be accentuating those kind of being more responsible in your pragmatic life, I guess is how you would put it. So anyways, I think those are kind of really there's not a lot to mention. I mean, I can always go on about astrology, but I know I lose probably all of you when I do that. So anyways, we're just going to dive into our read. And let's see what we get today. I'm using this I can't remember again what this deck is called, but the one that has like a little box of a window that shows you a different version of the card. You'll see it whenever I pull it up. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. See what happens. Shuffle 5 times. That's 2, 3. Oh, okay. Oh man, I don't really want to do this. 3 cards came out. Shit. Do I do this? I guess I will. Let's try it, guys. I always say I won't do more than 1 card, but these came out. Let's try it. So we've got the World, Queen of Swords, and the 10 of Swords, a repeat offender here. Whew. So, sword energy, that tracks for Mercury, especially being in retrograde. Sword energy is air in tarot, in the suit of, as a suit in tarot, swords represent air. Air is communications, the mind, things like that. Mercury is the planet of thinking, of the mind. And then the World card is a major arcana. The World card is a pretty significant card. It is kind of an all-encompassing. When you get the World, it's essentially saying like you have all opportunities. You have the ability to work with all opportunities, as if like the world is your oyster, that kind of thing. And the World card speaks to really massive growth and expansion, which matches with Jupiter going into Leo. But with it having the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Swords along with it, I think that's really honing in on that self-expression. But the Ten of Swords being here, as you can see, it's like they're at a ballroom. Everybody looks like they're having a good time. But then when you hone in closer, that lady's got 10 swords in her back. With the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords here represents someone who speaks. Their mind speaks intellectually clear. They're emotionally unbiased. But there's weight behind those words. It kind of looks like the woman is grieving in that small box. So I really kind of feel that this is a manner of self-expression, that it's really honing in on that self-expression, expanding on communicating thoughts, ideas, wants, needs, desires. It's stressing. The World card backing up these two swords is really pushing that you need to express those desires, those things, whatever. But there's also this card that's kind of telling me like there's some fear behind that self-expression, or there's a fear to go into the deeper realms of your self-expression, to be more honest, transparent, forthright. The World is supporting the ability to do that, but I think the Ten of Swords being this is telling us that we get stuck in our heads. And if we've been hurt before, if we've been betrayed before, if we've been disappointed before, any of those things, that betrayal, that hurt, that pain is definitely going to keep us from being able to have more insightful, meaningful, and powerful self-expression. And self-expression isn't just a manner of going up to somebody and telling them how you feel. It could be in your artwork. It could be in the way that you present yourself to the world, or the way you do your job, the way you communicate with friends, family, loved ones. Like, this World card is very much supporting that giant expansion. I mean, look at the woman. Like, in the picture, she's like a giant within the city. And there's like these orbs of expansion going around her. It's like, so this is very much supporting that communication expansion. It's just, we have to let go of past pains, past disappointments. We have to let go of fear. And whatever emotional burdens we may carry that are left over from other experiences, and step into that expansion, step into that growth, step into that self-expression, because it's a hell of a lot easier to hide than it is to take a brave step forward. Nobody likes to take that brave step forward because we feel exposed. Nobody likes to feel that way. But if you want to be seen, you want to be heard, you want to be recognized, noticed, understood better, all of those things, you have to come out of hiding. You can't stay in the shadow like she is. You can't stay in the shadow. See? She don't want to stay in the shadow. She says, no, let me out. You can't stay in that shadow. You have to build that confidence. And the World, again, is supporting that. I find this interesting that I'm allowing 3 cards today, but for some reason this fits. It is so uncomfortable to be your true self, because we are all our own worst enemies. We have imposter syndrome. We don't like to show our vulnerabilities, especially in this world and day and age where everything's online, everything's social media platforms, everything's blasted out there and plastered everywhere, and people don't hesitate to be antagonistic and you know, ruffle each other's feathers online, because you know it's easy to hide behind a screen, talk shit. But it's more too of like, if you're putting yourself out there in a way, whether it's your creative outlets or things like that, and you don't get a lot of traction, it can really, it can make it hard to want to continue to self-express. And I think that's the part I'm even learning personally with doing these tarot videos, that it's like, it's not a matter of the likes, the comments, all those things. It's a matter of, how do you feel when you do it? How do you feel when you hit post? How do you feel knowing you're out there, that you're sharing an intimate, vulnerable part of yourself? Again, whether it's through what I do here in tarot, or whether you do art, or you do podcasts, or you're launching a new idea at work. You know, it's like these things, you have to step out of your comfort zone, or you're never going to know, and you're never going to grow. You're never going to know or grow. And the world is the epitome of growth and full-on expansion, which tracks totally with the Jupiter being in Leo. And the world represents the fixed signs, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius as well. So on the real tarot card, like the Rider-Waite Tarot, Leo is on this card, and Jupiter is in Leo right now. And Jupiter being in Leo is going to affect those four fixed signs. Like I said, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio. So this all, as always, this tarot just tracks. I love it. I love that it just tracks. It just does. So self-expression, guys, like, this is going to be short and sweet, because I don't think there's much more you need to really add to it. Be yourself. Do not be afraid to be yourself. If you lose followers, friends, whatever, if you don't get the traction, or that they aren't fucking people you want in your life anyways. If someone doesn't like you for exactly who you are, all bare bones about it, they can leave. We need to stop people pleasing, and we need to be ourselves. It doesn't mean you got to be a complete dick, you know? It's just, don't be afraid to just be yourself and express how you feel about things. Again, whatever outlet you may want to express it in. And I think this is such an important time for self-expression, because I think a lot of people feel very confused right now. Very confused. Find an outlet that helps dissolve the jumbled mess you have in your psyche. You know, like, find a creative outlet. Find the right people. Maybe you're with the wrong crowd. Maybe you have the wrong people around you, the wrong influences, people that really aren't supporting you. Find those niches that make you feel more like your true self, because you are only going to benefit from it. There is no detriment to that. Expand, my babies, expand! We are in a time of pure, beautiful expansion. Trying to think if there's anything else that they want me to say. That Ten of Swords definitely comes up a lot with us in these reads. I think, too, when I'm looking at the artistry in this card, this Ten of Swords also kind of shows me, like, people aren't always what they seem. You know, you see this happy blah, 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 but then you see the pain that this woman is in. She's masking. And we talked about masking, I think, at our last reading. Don't mask. Stop masking. I mean, sometimes you have to mask when you're at work, you know, like, put on a good face when you're dealing with a shitty customer or something. But, like, overall, don't mask. Don't hide. Don't hide. Stop hiding. It's okay. Be yourself. Someone out there will love you exactly for who you are. And that's a beautiful thing. And you should love you for who you are as well. Oh my God, I'm like the new age Mr. Rogers over here. Love yourself. Anyways, we're gonna do an oracle card now. And then afterwards, I'll teach you how to tie your shoes. I'm going back to my spirit guide, animal spirit deck, because I just love this deck, and I really loved what came out for us last week. So I'm doing it again. This one. This guy. All right, let's do it. What do we have to wrap up this? 2, 3, 4. Oh. All right. Oh, more than one card again. Damn. Fine. All right, we're gonna do it. We've got, ooh, the gazelle and the snake. I love her artwork. It's just so colorful. Let's do this, guys. The gazelle and the snake. I think the gazelle is definitely a fire energy. Let's see. Fine. First, the snake is here. Oh no, it's gonna be in the back, I think. No, it's right here, isn't it? Okay, we've got the snake, and then we need the gazelle. Oh wow, I actually have time to do this. Let's see, gazelle. Okay, we will do the gazelle first. All right, gazelle is heightened awareness, ability, and vulnerability. Did I not just say it's okay to be vulnerable? Gazelle represents supreme grace. With every move, this awe-inspiring beauty emits sophistication and elegance. Gazelles' personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, bordering on hypervigilant, and this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they've spent so much effort cultivating. No more worrying about all those predators out there in the world. Self-expression, guys. Stop worrying about what other people are thinking or doing. And when this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. Let it nourish your gentle spirit. This represents gracefulness, perceptiveness, and artisticness. Yes, guys! Find your creative outlets. Be the gazelle. I love this. Love this, love this, love this. Okay. Now the snake. Is this going to be polar opposite? Let's see. Oh my god. Creative potential. I ain't making it up. I ain't making it up. Right there. Creative potential, guys. The snake is a symbol of our highest potential. It is said that Shakti, our creative life force, lies dormant at the base of our spine in the form of a coiled snake. Regardless of whether this image rings true for you, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential within. Get creative! What would it look like if you woke it up? How can you stir it from slumber? An experienced yoga or meditation teacher can lead the way. Make haste. The snake card appears when there is no more time to waste. Expand, baby. Expand into that creativity. Emotional expression, artistic expression, personal expression within yourself. Even if you still aren't comfortable putting it out there in the world, be comfortable doing it with yourself. Make more expressional movements within your own living space. Like, it doesn't matter. Just get out. Get out of that little secret, quiet little space that you're hiding in. Get out. Get out. In a good way. Not get out, get the fuck out. Let's see, this is creativity, charismatic, and prosperous. So both the gazelle and the snake both talk about creativity, potential, and stepping out. So, hell yeah. I love this. I'm gonna apply this to my life. That's for damn sure. This is great. So pretty too. I love these cards. That's it, guys. I don't really think I need to touch any on this further. I think we need to get out of our heads and start acting on our passions, desires, and what do they say in that movie? Wait, what does he say? Let's light some tires and burn some fires, Big Daddy. If you guys know what that's from, good for you. All right, that's all I've got, guys. Until next time.